2 to it, no. But if it's something like the way they do it with American Horror Story, I can jump on board in that.
No, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, this is Laura Summer. I kept the firehouse hot as Janine Melnitz in The Real Ghostbusters, and I'm following the nerd.
Detective Pikachu! I'm in love with this movie. I haven't even seen it yet.
I know it gets better.
I think it looks fantastic. Now, a new trailer came out this week for it. Gives us gives us a better look at the world. Gives us a better look at some of the Pokemon that's in it. They have actual fights in it.
I know.
I love the little scene as well. Now, the major hook of this movie is the fact that Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu.
Yes.
I never, ever thought I'd see the day that Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool himself, would be voicing Pikachu. There's a great little scene where Pikachu's up against Charizard.
Oh, it is brilliant.
And Pikachu cars in fear.
No, Pikachu does this really I'm getting stretching himself out.
Yeah,
for a
I'm
good
hyped
fight.
for this. I'm ready for this fight.
Charizard comes like, get me out of here. Then he tries to cute and cuddly. Don't hurt me. I'm so smooth.
No, I think it's absolutely fantastic. The first ever live action Pokemon movie, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, stars Ryan Reynolds as the titular character, and it has multi-generational Pokemon in it. It's not just the first gen Pokemon. It's got everyone in it, and of course the surprise reveal, which would have worked better had they saved it for the movie. Mewtwo.
Oh my god, I was sold. Like, I only burst out of the Pikachu balloon. It's like, hello everybody, I'm in this movie. I was like, yes, I'm sold. I want to go see it. I wonder if he's going to be the bad guy.
I don't know.
Because the way he came out of the balloon and stuff, it looked like, I have now revealed myself. Now I'm going to destroy everything.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like all this craziness has gone down, and suddenly Mewtwo arrives, and he's the big boss in these parts.
Or, and I hope this happens. I don't think it will. And if they are keeping it for the movie, I'd be happy. Team Rocket.
Yeah, I'd love to see Team Rocket in it.
In the show, it was Team Rocket who created Mewtwo. So it'd be interesting to see that happen.
I'm trying to think of their boss's name.
I can't remember the boss's name, but I know that he had the Pokemon evolution of
Persian or something like that. Yeah.
And poor Meowth was like, I'll never evolve into that. I want to be my...
Yeah, I'll never evolve into that.
Could you imagine Team Rocket? I'd be happy. I'd really be happy. If not, if they weren't in it and it's just Mewtwo, I'd be still happy. I'd still go and see it. I really can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Did you ever think to see the day that we'd have a live action Pokemon?
Well, I just said that, no.
But it'd be so happy. No, but I mean, like really, really sit down and think, would you...
No.
I honestly thought...
I thought Pokemon would have petered out and died by this point.
See, I think in all fairness how this all began was the movie I Choose You.
Yeah.
I think this was like they said...
There's another one coming out now, isn't there?
Yes, there is. There's another one coming out, which I'm kind of interested because it's showing you like the... I think now, I could be wrong, the Sun and Moon, they're starting to like bring them into the movie universe.
Yes.
So like all these different ones, like all the other generations will be in it, but they're trying to go like, here's the new ones. Go look at these ones. Look at their powers. Look how amazing they are.
Yeah, and we also got this week confirmation of the new games that are coming out.
Yes,
Sword and Shield.
This is based. They're basing this one in London or England, I think.
There's a lot of kind of English architecture, like Manchester sort of area architecture in it. It's based on the UK because obviously with Pokemon, like you have your Johto and Kanto regions and what have you, and they're very much based on China and Japan and what have you.
Hawaii, I think as well,
but it's not Hawaii. It's not Japan. It's not China. It's their own worlds with influences of that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with Sword and Shield, where it's going to have influences of the UK.
Be interesting.
But it looks great, dude. Like, I can't wait for this.
Now, is this going to be on like the DS or is it the new consoles? Or
isn't the DS dead now?
I think it's
dying out.
Well, I've heard that it's
Nintendo Switch is what I've been hearing.
That would make sense.
Is what it's going to be on.
Makes sense.
Time to go out and get the Switch then, isn't it? So I never thought again I'd see the day that we would see Gozer the Gozerian from Ghostbusters as a Transformer. As a Decepticon. Yeah. So, in the new IDW Ghostbusters Transformers crossover, we've Tom Waits, who is the senior editor over at IDW, he's shared an image of what Gozer and the Terror Dogs will look like in the new IDW series. This is glorious.
I'm sold.
This is gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful? The fact is, like, you can take any form of like.
Choose the form of the Destructor.
I wonder who's going to mess this up. I wonder if it's going to be the Ghostbusters think that, well, it's a Transformer, we can take out a Transformer. Boom. Okay.
It'll be Jazz.
It'll
be Ratchet or Jazz. Yeah. I think it looks absolutely glorious. The look works so well as a Transformer because those little kind of bubbles that she has on her outfit in the original Ghostbusters, they look like bolts on this one. Also, the Terror Dogs look like Dinobots.
They do. They really do.
Look so cool.
Nice and beefy too. That's what
yeah. Really big and beefy and stuff. So, Gozer manifests herself as a Transformer on the planet Cybertron.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I hope she takes like one chunk of Cybertron out, just lands and punches it.
On a similar note, Tom Waltz also shared 4 images from the Ghostbusters 35th anniversary event in April, which sees the original team, the real Ghostbusters, the Extreme Ghostbusters, and the Answer the Call team all together. And that looks really, really cool. I love that now after all this time. Because they've kind of trickled in Extreme Ghostbusters throughout IDW's Ghostbusters run. Finally, we're now starting to see the Egon Spengler from Extreme Ghostbusters.
Happy.
It's so awesome. Like the event that I'm reading at the moment, Crossing Over.
Yeah.
That's the first time I think that Egon from that Extreme Ghostbusters universe appears.
Oh, nice.
It's really,
has he
really
interacted
cool.
with any of the others yet?
He has, yeah. At one point, they have like 3 Egons working together.
Oh, babe, that was mental. Them just arguing with each other, going, "I'm right and you're wrong."
it gives me the nerdy tingles. I'll not lie to you on that one. I'm a big fan of IDW Comics. Yeah. Huge fan of the work that Eric Burnham and Dan Schoening have put in to creating this.
The thing about it is, like, you've introduced me to it, and I like the fact that there's another character bad guy, which is linked to the other bad guys from the movie. So I like the fact that it's not just like this is a brand new bad guy. There's no links. Like there's always a link to, like, you can go like back to like this is someone from, you know, the first movie or the second movie, or look this is a continuation.
Yeah,
it's not just like we've made this. It's a separate thing. I love that they're pulling everything together, and it's a nice little.
Yeah, it's a whole big universe. Well,
it's like the
Avenger
type. It's like the Avengers, but it's all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
that's the way I explain it.
Another thing that was kind of like the Avengers, but on a much lower budget, was the View Askew-universe movies.
Oh, okay.
So like Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, and of course their big Avengers level event was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh my god, loved it.
Kevin Smith is currently in production making the new Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Yes.
So that's kicked off this week, and he's been sharing images and a video from Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
I'm very excited to see that photograph.
Which is the brand new one. He's released several pictures from it, which looks fantastic. I think the first thing that they shot was with Jason Lee Brody.
Oh, nice.
From Mallrats, and also his character from Chasing Amy, who I'm not that well versed with, because I gotta tell you, if I know Chasing Amy's a better movie, but for me, if it comes to a choice between the two, I'll always sit down and watch Mallrats.
Yeah,
I really love Mallrats. So the first thing that they shot was in Brody's Secret Stash, which is Brody's comic book shop.
Yeah.
And like he has the same outfit on. He even has the same wee cup and all. They carried around Mallrats back with him. It looks so good. Kevin Smith's own YouTube channel is where he's posting all the new updates, all the new videos and what have you on that.
It's good that I know. I'm actually happy he's doing that, because a lot of, you know, like movies and stuff, they keep very silent and show nothing. But with this, like, no, we're celebrating this.
I think it's because Kevin Smith is a guy that gets it. He gets the love for making movies and everything like that. He also showed a picture of himself with Brian O'Halloran, who was in Clerks.
Ah, nice.
Which really looks, you know, the Dante, the "I'm not supposed to be here today" guy.
Yes.
Picture of them outside the Quick Stop.
I'm so happy.
Quick Stop's back.
I love the fact he's bringing everyone back. Like, it's not just like we're going to do this and do that.
It's quite sad in its way too, because of course, Stan Lee passed away last November, which was really sad. And Stan Lee had a little kind of cameo role in Mallrats.
He did.
And ever since then, he's always been messaging Kevin Smith going, when are we making our movie together? When are we going to make our movie together?
It's so nice to see him.
Kevin Smith actually wrote a whole massive part for Stan Lee in Silent Bob reboot. And unfortunately, not meant to be. So they have a nice little shrine to Stan Lee in Brody's secret stash in the movie.
That's nice.
And Kevin Smith shared the picture. It's one of Stan Lee's jumpers.
Yeah, that's so nice.
They had from something that they shot before, and they put up like a little kind of memorial, like a little mural for Stan Lee, which is
it's nice
a nice, lovely little way to sort of pay tribute to the man.
Because they were very, very close, weren't they? Him and Kevin Smith.
Yeah, they were. They talked very often.
Yeah.
I think Kevin came out and said that, like, the week before he died, he got a message from Stan's people saying, Stan really wants to see you. Can you come up and see him? He said, yeah, sure, I've got some free time next week. I'll come up and see him. But, of course, by that point, the man passed on.
Sad.
Which is really, really sad. Because, I mean, like, but Stan Lee, you thought, he's going to live forever, isn't he? He's going to outlive us all.
Yeah, in all fairness, yes.
It was starting to get to that point.
Yeah.
It was starting to get quite creepy in its way, where it was like, nothing stops this guy. Like, he had a pacemaker and all put in and everything, and he was still ticking away.
From the original Spider-Man movies all the way up to, when was his last cameo? His last cameo was in...
He's still going to have more
cameos.
Yeah.
So he's filmed all his cameos.
He's filmed cameos for Captain Marvel. He's filmed cameos for Endgame.
So he's in Game.
Yeah. I think Endgame may be his last one.
This is going to be weird when the final, we'll catch up to this final cameo, and then after the next Marvel movie, there's no cameo.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
I have heard that Captain Marvel starts with a little tribute to Stan.
That's nice.
So, I don't know.
But
we'll
I mean,
see.
don't you think that's going to be weird? Like, when eventually we get to a Marvel movie, there's no cameo.
It will be, yeah.
It'll feel like...
It'll feel wrong.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, Stan's first...
Like, it's his stamp of approval, you know?
Yeah, it's like his signature on it almost. Like, his first ever cameo was in Trial of the Incredible Hulk all the way back in the 80s. He was one of the jurors.
Oh my god, that far back?
That far back, yeah. I don't think he has a cameo in Blade. He has a cameo in X-Men. He has a cameo in Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2.
He was like the security guard, I think, in the X-Men.
No, he wasn't. He was the security guard in Hulk. You know the Ang Lee movie, Hulk?
Wasn't he Postman?
He walks out of a building.
Fantastic Four.
He was Postman Fantastic Four. Yeah. He in X-Men. He's one of the hot dog vendors on the beach. You know, when the senator who's turned into a mutant walks out of the ocean.
Yes.
He's one of the guys standing there, like kind of frozen, holding a hot dog, going, "That guy just turned from a fish to a human and walk out of the sea. What?"
Yeah. Oh, I honestly, I'm going to be feeling really, really like as soon as there's no cameos, like.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? It's actually a good point at this stage in the show to bring up X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
So we got the new trailer for X-Men Dark Phoenix. Awful.
Yeah.
Pants.
It's
it looks bad. It looks badly acted. It looks badly edited. It looks badly shot. This movie has been a cluster shambles from day one because I think this movie was made 2017, 2018.
It's been held back this long.
It's been held back this long. Its original release date was pushed back to February of this year. Where is it? It's not out yet. They've pushed it forward again. It's now buried in the middle of June. I do not have high hopes for this movie whatsoever. I think it's the guy who was the writer on the last couple of movies. He's now taken over directing duties. It looks a proper shambles. And do you know what the worst thing is? Dark Phoenix is one of the best X-Men comic book stories ever. It's up there with the likes of Days of Future Past. It's great. It deserves its reverence. It deserves its respect. They messed it up severely with X-Men The Last Stand.
Yes.
I mean, really, really screwed the pooch on that one. Looks like they're doing the exact same thing again in Dark Phoenix.
Like, you think you had that mess up. You think you'll learn from your mistakes. It just seems that they just don't know how to get it.
I don't know. I don't get it at all. I mean, one of the worst lines, one of the worst delivered lines in that trailer is from James McAvoy, Charles Xavier.
Yes.
What's the line he says?
It's like, I don't know what...
I don't know what to do!
Yeah, like,
What was
knocked
that?
me off. I was like,
What was that?
You're like,
Come on, Charles, tell me. We have to fix it. We have to do something. I don't know what to do.
But you know what we jokingly said, and I think maybe it is, like he was in another movie, he forgot he was on the X-Men, and then...
Yeah, it feels like a reshoot, doesn't it?
Yeah, like he forgot...
Because I know for a fact that Dark Phoenix has had a ton of reshoots as well on its way to the
scary.
The Cinemaplex.
That's scary, the fact is they had to go back and like, this is wrong and that's wrong. So...
No, just thinking about it, Apocalypse came out in 2016, so I think the original projected release date for this movie was 2018. So it's been pushed back a full year.
That's